All right, cool. Yeah. All right, welcome to the Andre and Jayden podcast. I'm Andre.
I'm Jayden.
And we are here with our special guest.
What's up, everybody? They call me G.
They call him G. You heard it there. And this is episode 29.
29, yep.
Yeah, so we're here again. This is literally our second pod already in here.
Yeah.
And we got a lot more to do. Yeah, if you want to just tell us about like what you kind of do in that sense and stuff like that.
So what I do in general, I mean, I'm a creator. That pretty much, I've been a creator for like all my life. I'm 33 years old, 34 this year.
Oh shit. Congrats.
Yeah, but all my life, I feel like I've always been a creator. Like I've liked art, whether it was like drawing, painting, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, when I went to college, I graduated from high school, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do, like graduating from high school. So I was just, just confused. I didn't know what I wanted to do. At one point, I was like, all right, I wasn't even thinking about college or anything.
Yeah.
But then eventually, I applied, I got in there. And then I was just doing my GE classes, nothing really like, I still hadn't like found what I was interested in.
Yeah. So you were undecided?
Yeah, I was undecided like my freshman and sophomore year. And then when it came to my junior year, then I had to declare like, a major or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there was just nothing I was really interested in. And then I remember back in high school, I took a summer class. I had to do like film, television stuff, so film production stuff. I took a class over there at USC with USC professor. USC is one of the best schools for like cinema and stuff and film. So I had that privilege to like have that summer bridge class with a professor from USC. And he knew the industry and stuff like that. So I kind of got a little taste of film and stuff like that. So then fast forward to college. I mean, that was like the only other thing that kind of like, I thought back to, and I was like, oh, well, I found an interest in that, like film. Mm-hmm. So then I declared, my major in film and television production. I did that for 2 years. So then I got my bachelor's degree in digital media arts, which pretty much has to do with all that, like film, television.
Yeah.
We did a little bit of photography. And so basically that's what I do now. Mm-hmm. I put my college degree into use. And so like now that's what I do. Like I'm an editor, I'm a graphic designer. I do videography, photography on the side and all that.
And you have like your own brand right now, correct?
Yeah. So it's LMNG Media.
Okay.
Pretty much I do like little side projects and stuff, outside of my day job. I do music videos. We shoot podcasts. We shoot like events. Mm-hmm. We do photography for like parties or whatever too. But I'm trying to lean more towards, just more entertainment production or just content creation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. As far as like, cause I know you just hosted an event actually not too long ago. Sadly we didn't get to go, but, I don't know. Tell us more about that. Like, how did you coming into like, just trying to do an event, like, I don't know, you from photography to now like hosting your first event. How was that?
Yeah. So like, I mean, like I said, I'm a creative, so I just like to do, anything that has to do with like creativity, like, and this is just like another thing, another layer on top of that. Like now we're kind of like trying to, produce events.
Yeah. And like you're getting more people into it.
Yeah. So like pretty much our friends are like a group of friends. Everybody's a creative. So we just try to see like, we form a team and then just kind of put their skills to use. And then that's how we come together and we throw these events. So basically my other friend, Tony, we have a podcast. Mm-hmm. Is mainly his podcast. I'm like his co-host, but / producer. Like I help him, shoot the videos for the podcast, and I help him record. Obviously, this is my studio, and this is where we recorded. Not bad. This is where we recorded. We got the professional mics and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
so he's one of the dudes that was part of the event. He does open mics, comedy. And so he's in that scene. So he has a bunch of like, he has that network of people, open mic comedians.
Oh, and that's
And we've always been talking about it, like we want to put on an event, like an open mic where we have comedy and, other people come through. And so it just started off as a conversation. And then, my brother, like he does the whole bartending thing, and he's also creative. So he does graphics also, and he's very good at drawing stuff and stuff like that. So then, us three, we came together, and then, we just brainstormed on an event. And we were trying to do something for Halloween last year.
yeah.
We kind of have like a Halloween event, stand up open mic. But then, we kind of just pushed it to Dia de los Muertos, which is in November. It was November 1st. And that's pretty much when we had the event. So like we said, it was an open mic event. And then we also had, so like, as you know, my mom, she makes food.
Yeah.
So then we contacted other vendors that also do food or anything, any other little like small business that they have. And we reached out to people, so they came. So we had vendors, and then we also had comedians. So then it became like a community event where we had like small businesses and then people like that have talent with doing comedy.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much. And you guys can go check out the recap if you guys want. So if you go to our channel on YouTube, LMNG Media, and just look for it, Muertos de Risa.
It'll be in the
He's gonna do it.
Yeah, the description.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not gonna pop it up.
We will. We'll do both.
Do both?
Yeah.
I think he tagged others. I think he tagged other stuff too. But
Yeah.
we'll put it on there.
Yeah.
I'll give you all that info.
But no, cause even like before, like I had known that you had, even had a clothing brand. You've gone through like all these different like phases as far as like clothing brand, even like you were in the rap game for a bit too, or, trying to like rap and stuff like that. It's just, that's just really cool. But do you have any like next upcoming like projects you would say?
Well, I'm always working on something, I don't like to, cause I'm not like a in front of the camera type of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm kind of getting off my, comfort zone. You guys got me on the camera and stuff.
That's good.
Oh, here on Punk. No, but yeah, I always like to be behind the cameras, and whenever I'm working on something, I always keep it on the down low, and then whenever I drop it, I just drop it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I do give it like a little bit of promo, but it's like, I don't like to, really talk about it unless I have something already kind of like solid.
Yeah.
And then I start promoting it from there. Because I've done that in the past where it's like, oh, I have an idea and I'm trying to like put it out there and I create something for it, but it never comes to fruition. So it's like, I want to have the project like at least, going before I even try to drop anything. But, I have a couple projects in the works. We have another event coming up soon. And then, I don't know when you guys are dropping this episode, but in March, we're having, our next event. It's going to be another comedy night. Again, also having vendors. We're going to do like, it's going to be like a spring reset kind of theme. So just starting off the year, we're going to have somebody who's doing massages and stuff like that. So yeah, just kind of like to start off the year. Yeah, we were trying to do it in January. Well, this month, but we're like, it's too soon. We were trying to plan it from, like I said, the last event was in November.
Yeah.
So it was just going to be too quick.
Yeah.
But, and then as far as like you said, you mentioned the music stuff. There's this project that I've been pretty much has been, brewing since like, you could say like since high school.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's something I just always been trying to do, but it's like, I just have not dropped it yet because I have not like, I've still been brainstorming. So that's basically how I work. It's like I need to, have the idea like sketched out, like have it like, what do you call it? Kind of already
like formed.
Formed so that I can move forward with it. I don't just want to just drop it. So that's what I like about, just creating. Cause while I'm doing other projects, I still have that in the back of my mind. And like, I'm still trying to like come up with concepts and ideas. So that one's going to be kind of like a more of a music project that I'm trying to do. Okay. Music / like, video also. So there's going to be visuals and audio. And I just want to speak it into the universe because I feel like now when I'm saying it, maybe this time it is going to happen because I've been pushing it like for like the last 2-3 years and I still haven't dropped it. So.
It will happen. Yeah, it will happen. It will
happen.
You guys
heard it here.
Since I'm on the NJ podcast, I'm sure it's going to happen now that I'm saying it.
Okay. Yeah. That's what's up. I respect that. sorry, I didn't want to. But as far as like, you know, big, I know you do, you know, big projects amongst, you know, your group and stuff like that. Have you ever done anything as far as like collabing with any other people, like, or like, have you ever been DM'd to like, oh, can you come and do a shoot for us and this and that, or anything like that?
So me and one of my other college friends, like, we've always kept in touch, and we work on another side project. It's called Unclouded Creatives, which was another brand that I kind of created along with my friend. I came up with the concept basically for the name and everything. So originally it was gonna be like we go out there and we interview all sorts of creatives, you know, like anybody from like, I don't know, like cooking and art, painting, music, and anything creative wise. And so just kind of like to tell people's story, because that's basically what I like to do. Just try to like sit down with people, kind of like what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Interview them and then try to get to know people and stuff. But I like to stick to like the creative niche.
Yeah.
And so that's basically what that show is. But then it kind of, because my friend has a lot, he has a lot of connections within the music industry. We just kind of started gearing towards more music. And so then that show, we sit down with like up and coming artists or producers or whatever, but kind of like sticking to the music theme. I mean, we want to expand it. Eventually we're probably going to try to go back to the original concept, but we've actually interviewed, I think one of our biggest names, I guess you could say, is Brian Kennedy. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he's a producer. He's done stuff for like Rihanna. He's done stuff for I think Chris Brown. I think he did something for him.
And you guys interviewed him?
We interviewed him, and then we also interviewed this another artist. He plays a bunch of instruments, but he I believe he was the son of one of the Wailers, which is a reggae band that has they're kind of connected with Bob Marley. And so he was one of the son of one of Bob Marley's, I think, band members. And so now he has his own band, and we've interviewed him too. So I think that's kind of like the two biggest ones we've done so far.
That's fine.
And I mean, I just like to dabble in like the music scene and just this stuff like this, like podcasts, anybody who's doing something creative like that.
Yeah, no, because going back to what you were saying about like how you like about sitting people down and like really getting to know, like I feel like that's what we're trying to do when we add guests, you know, like the different like perspectives of people and stuff like that. Because you just never know like their world until you really like sit down, you know, like, you know,
it's not like we do it like we have really a theme where we'll get like certain type of people on our pod. It's more like, because I feel like everyone has their own story. Yeah. So it's like, you know, anybody that we really say like, and anybody who wants to get on, they can get on. We're not gonna, you know, deny them that. Yeah.
No, and it's something that I've noticed too when you guys barely started, because I've been watching your guys' stuff, and then definitely has been a positive progression, and I've seen the difference with you guys. I mean, right now you guys seem like very comfortable doing this now.
Yeah.
I remember in the first episode. I mean, but that's how it starts. And like me too. Like like I said, my homie, the one that has the podcast, like he's the one that kind of like runs it. I help him with it. Obviously, I do the more of the back end stuff, the editing and all that. And I kind of just hopped on, and I became kind of like the whole co-host, like accidentally, just because I was like, he would come over, he would use my stuff, and then eventually like he had one interview with me, and then from there on, like he just kind of kept, like he wanted me to keep being on it with him, so I just kind of became his like accidental co-host. Oh, yeah. And but yeah, I mean, like I like what you guys are doing though.
Yeah, no, I mean we've came from being the most like awkward and like I don't know.
Yeah, it's very like awkward, and it's like,
I mean, I feel like even now times I'm still very like awkward, you know, but I mean like,
but we're more like
we're
ourselves.
More exactly.
But that's what I like though, because it's authentic.
Yeah, exactly.
And because a lot of people try to fake it. I mean, you know, power to them, you know, everybody has their own thing. Even if you fake it, you know, as long as you're doing if the content's good, people are going to watch it. I mean, there's an audience for everybody, but like me personally, I like stuff like that, more like more raw, like more authentic.
And that's what, my fault. That's what we want. Like, if we ever get, you know, when we get bigger, and we want to create like a fan base that's like enjoying us for the real content. Nothing like fake or any like phony shit. Like, we want it to be for us, you know.
And, and that whole thing where it's like, we're more like, we flow more naturally. That was like our original idea. Like, we were just gonna say like whatever we wanted to say.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we wanted to be like our, like not held down by like, I don't know how do you explain that? But like, I guess just more like, yeah, just more natural.
Yeah,
I
more
just had to
natural.
say.
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say, but back to your because I know it like a lot of this content creation and this entrepreneurship does have a lot to do with like it's really big to be in like having connections with people and networking with people and like just knowing those type of people that really I feel like helps a lot of like younger businesses, younger like small creators, and like I feel like just knowing those people will start, you know, elevating your content in that sense, because that's for me, like I can't like stress enough, networking is very important. Like even before when I used to do shoes, it's like knowing the right clients to sell to, the right people to sell to, the right, you know, like all of that, like it's really good, you know. I feel like that's very important.
No, that's what I've been pretty much doing this whole time. Like I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not like that much of a social person unless it's somebody like people that I know. Like I'm comfortable with my own, you know, my own group, my own people, like my friends.
Yeah.
But like I was never one that goes out there and tries to meet, and that's what I admire about you guys, because I forgot what episode it was when you guys were talking about how like you kind of put yourselves out there and then you just talk to people.
Yeah.
Which is something that I wasn't like, I could never push myself to do that. And then I feel like I that's something I kind of regret when I was younger, or at least in college, because college is the time to do it. You know, you're meeting people from different, you know, different cultures, different backgrounds and upbringings and stuff. And that was like that's the perfect place to meet people.
Yeah.
You know, something that I've learned, you know, just kind of growing up and stuff. It's like, keep like the people that you keep as friends, you know, especially the ones that you're close to and, you know, that you can really call your friends. You never know when, you know, when you're not, I'm not going to say like, you never know when you're going to use them, because it's not about using them, but it's like, you never know when you guys can come together and make shit happen.
Yeah.
Because everybody has their own path, right? Like you guys, especially like in high school, I feel like you make like a good core of friends, but then everybody separates. They go to their separate colleges. But if you guys have stayed close and you stay connected, you know, they're going to go down their path, you go down your path, but then still. like right now, when you guys are doing this, you guys are building this up, eventually it's going to become a business, and then you're going to probably need investors and stuff, and then one of your homies is going to be doing some cool ass shit.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be making money somehow. You don't know what kind of business they're going to have, but then, you know, the world spins, and then, you know, you never know who you're going to come back around again. I forget how that saying goes. It's like life keeps spinning and whatever. You come back to meet the same people again.
Yeah.
But in later in life, but then they're at a different point in their life at that point.
Yeah.
And then that's when you can make stuff happen with them. And I feel like that's what the point of having friends is.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, keep those that, you know, the good friends around, you know, stay in touch with them, because you never know when, you know, when you're ready to do something, you can always reach out to them. And that can only help your platform and then help their platform as well. I mean, I don't know if that should make sense.
Yeah, no,
it makes sense.
No, I really can't stress it enough. Like even like, as far as like putting myself out there, I was never that type of person to even like do anything like that. But like, because I know even like with you, like even having the camera, like walking around at school, like how is like?
Yeah, I mean, like it's very like nerve wracking, because honestly, like you were saying, like it's hard to like. I feel like it's harder for me too. Like I feel like Andre has like he's better at talking to more people.
They're more charismatic.
Yeah, but like for me, like I don't want to like sound like a loser, but like obviously like during high school I didn't really have a lot of friends until I had met like the group with Andre. So it's kind of like I guess I'd say like it's harder for me to like especially like approaching people and like wanting to make connections is, I feel like it's harder for me, and that's why like I feel like it's a good dynamic with me and Andre, because like he's like the more talkative one, and then like
Yeah, it's a good team that you guys have going. But I mean, props to you though, because you are putting yourself out there. Like I think it was that episode when you said that you were out in your campus and you were recording yourself. And stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to, do those kind of things. And I mean, I wish I could have been more that way, like just kind of face my social fears and just kind of put myself out there more. And cause maybe now I could have had even more connections. Not that I don't now, but maybe I could have met other people in college. Cause from college, I mean, I could say I still talk to maybe like 2 or 3 people from my class, and then everybody else kind of like just did their own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys are in a good path. You're still young enough to like, keep building this stuff up. And, I can't wait to see how far you guys could take this.
Yeah, of course. For me, I feel like it's really good to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Cause like, I feel like us as humans, we need to go through these phases to like really understand more about ourselves and more about where we find ourselves being uncomfortable. Like, is that like, it's better for our body and just to
like get out of that.
Yeah. Get out of that and really kind of like see yourself in a different perspective, and looking in that.
And it's not like just cause you're making yourself uncomfortable, it doesn't mean that, it's gonna start being more comfortable. Yeah. It's more like you have to see what does become more comfortable, and some stuff that, obviously some stuff it might stay uncomfortable for you, and maybe that's just, No, I get you. But going back to the content, obviously the more content side of things, you've done like content, how many like years it's like fresh out of high school you've been, or like even, I feel like even younger, I was remembering the YouTube videos you guys had done.
Oh, well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like we've always been doing something. But I mean, obviously back in high school it was more like, more just playing around just for fun. But I think probably the video that you're talking about, I think that might have been like a school project.
Oh, school project.
But yeah, I mean, that's the stuff that I've always enjoyed, like, but like, I don't, not that I like, I'm not like an influencer type content. I mean, I would rather watch that stuff. I mean, it's just funny. Like, there's a lot of influencers or content creators. I don't like calling them influencers. Yeah. But content creators that, they're funny. And then I like watching that type of stuff. But I was more about like, I'm more into like storytelling. Yeah. Yeah. Because
like even like in those YouTube videos I was seeing, but like you put yourself out there, like as a kid, like I feel like, I know you said you didn't, but like in that, in like those, like a school project to put yourself in a YouTube video, like was that YouTube video played amongst?
I think they showed it at like some kind of assembly.
You see, like that's crazy. Like
I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I could, like, that's just not, and especially like, oh my gosh, in high school, how I was, like, I was just very like this enclosed person. I may seem like I'm open, but I'm telling you guys, like, I was like very like an enclosed person. I just hated getting called on to read, hated getting called on to speak just for anything. It's just like, I would just start trembling and get nervous. I hated it so much.
I feel like that's all of us though, because I mean, this is all part of growing up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And also depending on how you grow up too. I mean, I don't know if you want people to know, but like, I mean, we're family and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, the dynamic in our family. Yeah. And, I feel like, while it's you guys, you and your sister, I feel you guys grew up in an environment where, I think you guys had a little bit more freedom to kind of like express yourselves.
Therefore, I get what you mean. Yeah. Like,
so like, and then, but us here, I mean, obviously it's a different kind of like neighborhood and all this stuff. So we couldn't really just be out there. I mean, I feel like I still enjoy my childhood though. Like, we had our neighbors. I mean, most of the people that come through, I mean, you've seen them, you know them, and then there are people that we grew up with. I mean, we've known them for years. I've known them all my life. And most of them, like, they're all younger than me, and then I've always kind of been like the big brother to most of them. Yeah. And so, I mean, I still had a good childhood, but, I feel like also my environment maybe was part of why I was very secluded and very like to myself also, because I just couldn't be in the street or just, be as free as maybe other people. Yeah. And then in school, I don't know, like, I was never really part of like the cool crowd or nothing. Not that I ever wanted to be. It's just, I just never liked being like the center of attention. I try to stay behind, behind the scenes and stuff, which is what I do now. I like to fly under the radar.
Yeah.
And that's how I've been working too. Like with my creativity, my projects, I'd rather be behind the camera
Yeah.
than in front of the camera. And, as far as like my content too, like with my music, cause before I did like, videography or photography, like my interest was like music. And that's where the whole rapping stuff comes from. And I feel like that was a way of I could express myself, put myself out there, but without actually like being in front of a camera. You know, I'm not showing my face. I'm not showing myself, but I'm still able to express myself through like music and lyrics and stuff like that.
You know, I get what you mean. Cause like, I mean, like I would tell my dad, like, in the beginning of high school, I was like, yeah, like I want to like start acting. But the thing is like, I wouldn't be able to like handle acting like in front of a whole class, a whole audience. So I'm like, you know, it's like I want to do it, but at the same time, it's like it wouldn't suit me. So
well, you never know till you try it.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I feel like you're just setting the limitation on yourself. I feel like you guys are young enough to just try anything, bro. Like right now, if there's any advice I could give you, it's just that, like, cause that's one thing I regret, like just not doing the stuff that I really wanted, especially now, like, you want to try as many things as you can while you don't have that much responsibility right now.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, you guys work and stuff like that, but you guys don't have to pay a mortgage, all this stuff. So,
exactly.
So right now that you guys actually have the time to do it, I would say take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And with the whole acting stuff, like, I feel like that's what's part of it. A lot of people, cause I listen to a lot of podcasts, listen to a lot of people getting interviews, and then, some actors, at least from the interviews that I've seen, like, you know, they start out being that way. Like they're some of the most like shy people.
Yeah.
But that's where they kind of develop themselves and they grow because they get into these characters. Because obviously when you're acting, you have to be that character, get into that thing. So even if you are shy or you feel like, oh, maybe it might not suit me, you still would pretty much have to get into that role.
Yeah.
And that's how you're able to come out your shell. So, I mean, I feel like that's a good exercise too. I mean, you guys are already doing this.
Yeah.
And so this can also kind of like, you're getting your feet wet. And if that's what you want to do with acting, I feel like that would be dope.
Yeah, no, for sure. Dude, I feel like I've low-key wanted to be an actor too.
Yeah.
Like, not even jumping off you, but like that'd be just so cool. Like just to show up, just start practicing, like just acting and just, like that whole industry of that. Like that's just like, that's really art.
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't mean to like, but like obviously you talking about yourself, it's like, to me, like you're very inspirational because like, you know, I kind of have like the same experience of like writing, like, right now I'm in screenwriting.
Oh,
I just started. So it's like Andre, like I like make stories, like, and then I'll like try to make a script, but I'm not like too good.
He got a short film going too.
No, not really.
Hey, but I mean, you're in the right place. So everybody starts that way, you know?
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. So you're doing it, bro. Like, and that's cool. Cause I mean, that's along the lines of what I want to do. Cause my whole thing, like, I wanted to be a movie director, you know, work in cinema and stuff. But then along the way, I kind of found other things that I ended up liking. Like, I like producing things. I like, you know, creating events and stuff like that. I like bringing things together, like bringing people's talents together and creating stuff off of that. So I feel like that I get more fulfillment out of that. And then maybe eventually I probably would direct something eventually, but you know, right now I feel like this is what I'm doing. And like, I've been, you know, making connections. I feel like, you know, I work with my friends and I think that's fun. But if you're doing that screenwriting stuff, I mean, hit me up when you have like a full script, we'll get a project going.
Yeah, no, for sure. We should. It's so crazy to think that like we're even here, like right now. Like I'm just realizing it's just like
even like,
I never thought I would be like doing this. Like it does, I don't know. And like to the furthest that we've gone, it's just.
Yeah. Like being in this room, it's like the room itself is like this is like something that like that we've dreamed of.
Yeah. It's like a next step for us, you know?
Yeah.
And that's cool, bro. I'm proud of you, Andre, cause just like I said, when when you guys first started, and even just, you know, obviously me and your mom, like we talk and stuff, you know, when we come together as a family, we have our events, you know, we're always talking about, you know, the stuff that's going on with us, and how, like she has said, you know, like at one point you were just trying to find your way, and you didn't really know what you wanted to do. But I told her too, like I told her my perspective of how, I mean, and you guys heard it, is what I said. Like after high school, I feel like everybody's in that same boat. Like you don't really know. It's not unless like, and it goes back to, like I said, like, depending on how you're raised. Cause sometimes, you know, you grow up maybe with parents that kind of like instilled certain things. And then based off of that, you kind of already know what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you never really had that, like you kind of just have to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying, that you just have to try different stuff.
Yeah.
If you try acting and then you find out, okay, maybe it's not for me. Maybe I do just want to stick to the screenwriting, but you'll never know until you actually try it.
Yeah, no, going back to like how you are raised, like I feel like even in like the Mexican culture, you're taught to like keep everything, or not, this is not, but like, you know, I'm Mexican and stuff, but I feel like my mom raised me differently, but like definitely in the culture, you're taught to just keep everything like to yourself and not really to speak up, and kind of like you're just taught to more like follow what everybody says, follow what everybody does, instead of like going around that. Like how, like for me, I always think, how can I be different from everybody else? How can I, what is stopping me, you know? Like, and obviously thanks to my mom and my dad, like that's how I was raised, like to speak up for myself, and I don't have to follow what everybody says, you know?
See, and that's what I was saying. Like I feel like I wish I had that. Because I think that kind of inspires you too to like dream big.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And in other cultures, like if you don't mind me asking, what is your culture?
Honestly, it was like, well, I'm Chinese, but I feel like even like not even just Chinese like itself, but like all like most Asian cultures are like they're similar to like like you're saying the Mexican culture, where like my childhood was basically like driven by my parents, you know, like I know this is like stereotypical, but like it's true that like your parents will be like, oh, like they'll tell you like, oh, like go into like be a doctor, or like go into EMT, or like
school,
like you have to get good grades and like be something. Like I would tell my parents like, oh, like I even when cause instead of like film, my major was forensics. And then I had just decided like, yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, it's not something like comparing it to film is like, I'd rather do that than forensics. And my mom, like, the first thing she said was like, is it gonna make money though? And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not really about that. It's just like something that I want to do. So, you know.
Yeah. And like, I can't stress this enough. Like, we are not on this earth for that long to be like that's how I think about it, to just be like stressing ourselves out too much. You know, we obviously want to get that good career, good job, and whatever. But like, we have like this short little time. Like, why not, you know, try to do something you really want to do? And at the end of the day, like, no one's stopping you from what you really want to do. And you should push yourself to, as the sky's the limit, literally. Like, just push yourself. If you want to be an actor, if you want to be a content creator, whatever you want to do, like just push yourself to really, you know, do it. Don't let anybody stop you in that sense, for sure.
Yeah, and that's why I like what you guys are doing, because I mean, honestly, somebody's gonna watch this eventually, and then you guys are inspiring people because you guys are young. You guys just, you know, kind of you could say still fresh out of high school, because you guys just started college, right?
Yeah.
And you guys are just starting college. You guys starting that journey to try to, you know, figure out the rest of your lives. And you guys have time to, you know, kind of like dabble in things, you know, do as much as you can now, so that later you're not regretting the path that you chose, you know. And like you said, do the stuff that you actually want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Back to you were saying though about how your mom was talking about if it makes money. I mean, it, and I feel like anything can make, you know, money. It's just scaling your business the correct way, and how can I make money out of doing this, and, you know, finding ways to do that.
It's also like you can't really blame, like your parents for like wanting you to be like successful.
Yeah, of course.
And like sometimes like in the well, I don't want to, cause I don't know, but I'm gonna just like say like I feel like in the Mexican culture, like obviously parents are gonna realize like that they want you to be more successful than them.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like that's with like a lot of cultures and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Yeah, I think that's where that comes from. Like they want you to do better than them, but well, at least from what we could say with like a lot of Latino communities or culture, you know, at least our parents' generation, like they come from, you know, a childhood where maybe they didn't even finish school.
Yeah.
So they never were open to those possibilities. They had to work at a young age. So all they know is work.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know how to dream big because nobody really taught them that, or they never had like people who they could be inspired by.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they did have a dream, but because of their situation, they couldn't really do it. And so that's why they, you know, a lot of, you know, that, Latino parents, that's why they immigrated here, because they were looking for something better than where they were at, their situations, and try to better their situations. And so then, you know, they try to instill kind of those same values and stuff. And they obviously they wanted the best for us, but all they knew is like, yeah, like the doctors, the lawyers, the this and that. But then, you know, with every generation, things change. Mm-hmm. Like who would have ever known back in those days that you can make money off of making videos on YouTube, being a content creator? That was never something that was even thought of. Yeah. Not even in my generation when I was like in middle school, like, which is, I mean, it's not that long ago, but for you guys, maybe it might seem like a long time. But yeah, I mean, like every generation is going to have something new, and you just have to be creative enough to just, you know, see how you can make money, in a way where you're going to be, where you're going to enjoy it. Cause I mean, a lot of people try to do like make money like the easy way, you know, or trying to make money quick, but then sometimes that's not sustainable.
Right.
Or it's just, they make money in shady ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, like if, and so one thing I am going to say though is, you guys are you guys are choosing this field where it's like creativity, where maybe sometimes it's going to take extra work to make money off of this kind of stuff, because creativity, I mean, unfortunately, that's one of the cons with that, you know, like being an artist or anything creative. Then that's why your parents were telling you that, you know, you're going to make money, because they know, like, when it comes to arts, it's some of the most funnest things you can do, but like, you don't always make the most money, because like a lot of people just see it as a hobby. But if you're really passionate about it, you keep going with it, eventually it's gonna give, you know, it's gonna leave some kind of money. Yeah. But you just have to keep going with it, and you know, just don't give up and keep doing what you love.
Mm-hmm. I feel like as parents, they also don't want to see us like fail, you know, in a way, which obviously that's scary, you know, for a parent. I can't imagine, but I'm sure, obviously, assume it's scary, you know, failing is scary and stuff. But I feel like we need to realize that failure doesn't mean that you quit. Yeah. It's more like you're going to come back. How are you going to come back from that? How are we going to keep going? How are we going to keep pushing? Cause it's a lot more than that. Like if you fail, just, you know, like, get the fuck up, you know, like, keep going, you know, like what, that doesn't mean that it's over, you know, like of course you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail again. Yeah. And then you're gonna win. Mm-hmm. So like, it's just that consistency and that passion that you have to keep going and lifting yourself up in that sense. But yeah.
Yeah. And also like, now I was thinking about something. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah. Like obviously, like you're saying, like it's harder, especially like, cause we've been basically doing this for a whole, like next month, it'll be a whole year. Literally. That we've been doing this. And like, obviously we haven't, like, us, like ourselves, we're like you said, you could tell that we're improving, like on like we're more comfortable. And also like, I feel like over time, our consistency and our quality of video has gotten better, but it's like, we haven't really like grown. Yeah. In like, how do I say, like the content creation, like we don't really get, you know, that like a lot of views or like,
Viewership, yeah.
or like subscribers. So it's like,
But I obviously, you know, I've slacked, especially be like on the clips. I've slacked off on that and stuff. But I feel like it's just, we have to like, this is where we start figuring out like those other ways to like kind of boost our content and figure it out. Cause bro, we're like, we're improving, you know, right now we've been like the most consistent, like we've ever, you know, been, which is really good. And I'm proud to say so. I feel like now it's just trying to find those other ways to really like boost. And but I want to ask you, how do you think, as someone who does content or like, you know, in that industry, how can we boost our content?
I would just say, like, don't let the numbers like dictate. Like, if you're not seeing followers, if you're not seeing views, don't let that discourage you, and don't let that dictate what you guys are doing, because the way that some of these content creators got big, is maybe, you know, somebody discovered one of their videos, and then that video blew up, and then they discovered the rest of them. And and then sometimes when they discovered those videos, it wasn't even when they dropped them. They might have discovered them maybe like years later, and then those videos start moving, and then, you know, they start generating stuff. So don't get discouraged by the numbers, because I mean, even if you listen to other people talking about that, like, that gets in your head, and then that kind of also affects the quality of what you guys are doing. Yeah. And so if there's anything I could say, is just keep creating, keep doing it, like stay consistent, and then just do what you guys are doing now. Like, just reach out to people who have their own stuff, who have their platforms, you know, who have like somewhat of a following. Yeah. And do these collaborative like interviews and stuff. And that way, you know, you kind of get their audience to watch you, and then vice versa. Yeah. And I mean, just always stay creative, like find different ways. How can you flip this podcast, or how can you like do spin-offs off of this podcast, or how can you do something else on the side to connect it to this? You know, because there's a lot of platforms now, especially with AI. See how you guys can take advantage of AI to work for you, because a lot of people speak against it, but it's like, it's here. It's not gonna go nowhere. So might as well just use it to your advantage, and see how you can use that to, like, you know, continue to create stuff, or continue, or you, maybe you can even invent a new way to, like, what do you call it? To create content, or some content that nobody's even thinking about right now. So I mean, I would just say that, just watch what other people are doing, get inspired, and keep creating.
That's like, like, I'll go on YouTube, and then I'll see an interesting video, and then like, I'll send it to Andre, and I'll be like, we should do something like similar to this.
Then, no, for sure. He definitely does. Going back to the like hitting people up and finding those, you know, connections, like there's been like, okay, so the beach. So we had this altercation at the beach, and this guy, he was recording us, and he was kind of like, he had a following and stuff, and we even hit him up. And I think, like, I've hit up like 2 different people cause we got interviewed, cause I said this in the last part, we got interviewed at a mall, and we were trying to connect and stuff. And I feel like, like, we talk about it in person, let's connect. And then I feel like it's just more like they see our following, and like,
and then
we're not as like,
they have nothing
big, like, they don't really have nothing to gain from us in that sense. I feel like that's why I feel like a lot of stuff doesn't go through, you know?
Like, you have to start off smaller.
Yeah.
And then, like, which is, I mean, it's good that we already have them.
Yeah.
So then, like, once we work our way up, then they'll be like, you know what I mean? But another thing is like, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna lie, like seeing like the numbers, it does make me like a little discouraged. But it's like, it's also like a good, you know, like every single view that we get, every single like or subscriber, it makes me feel a lot better. Like, even just the one person, which is like, it's like, I feel like it's more like, it drives us more.
Yeah, because think about it like this. Well, first you have to figure out like why you're doing this. You know, if you're just gonna be doing it just to get popular, to get famous, to do it for the money, whatever. Everybody's gonna have their reason, but
Yeah.
I feel like you have to have some kind of like purpose that's true to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's what's gonna help it, keep, like, it's gonna stay authentic that way, but then it's also gonna give you that motivation to keep going when the numbers are not doing good, because then you have that purpose, like, all right, well, I'm not doing it for the numbers, I'm doing it for this other reason.
Yeah.
And as far as like who you're reaching out to, you also have to like see it from a perspective where it's like, all right, maybe they have a good following and you reach out to them because you want to like get up there with them. But you also have to take into consideration, if those people's values and stuff align with yours. You can't just, because maybe that person you guys had an altercation with, you're obviously your views weren't aligned.
Yeah.
So you also have to think about that. Like, whoever you're reaching out, whoever you're collaborating with, just make sure that you guys are on the same page. Because there's gonna be a lot of people who might probably try to take advantage of y'all, or like try to like put you guys down, or talk down to y'all because like, oh, you guys are a small channel, this and that. You guys are not generating nothing, whatever. So that's the type of people, like, that's the people you don't want to work with. So you rather just work with somebody who's probably like up and coming, maybe. And that's why, for me, like, when I'm doing like the interviews with the people who were doing the music, when we first started off doing that channel, it was people who were coming up. Maybe they do have some kind of following, but they weren't like super up there. But it's like you're kind of following them in their journey, and then they're helping you in your journey because you're just starting off. But then you're also highlighting them and what they're doing, and they're passionate about what they're doing. And then that's where you guys can kind of like help each other too. So like, that's probably like another piece of advice I could give y'all. Like, just see people who are like, who have the passion for what they're doing, and then see how you can work together to help each other like grow.
Yeah.
And just avoid all those other people who just like, that their values don't really like match yours. Because then that's really gonna bite you in the ass eventually. And then, then you're gonna be in a position where like you're just gonna be chasing the clout, and you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah. I feel like, obviously, like, we like filming.
Yeah.
And I know Andre doesn't really watch the videos.
Our pods, yeah.
But it's cause like I edit them, and it's like when I'm rewatching it, it's like I actually like I enjoy watching something that like we made and that we enjoyed making. So it's like, I feel like that's why it's, a lot easier to film. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like like going back to the purpose that you had said, and like, what is our reason for doing this? Like I don't know, like there's just like, I want to do this because I want to prove to myself that I can accomplish something that's like, like big, it's big. It's going to be a big accomplishment if I could do it. I want to prove to myself that I can do this, I can prove, people wrong or whatever, it's cause it's just, I don't know. I feel like that would be just the most amazing thing,
Especially,
it's just doing something that I loved. Even as a kid, like I just loved making videos, like
our childhood dream.
The dumbest videos I made. You remember like the YouTube videos, like I just loved being in this space, like doing that. It's always been like a dream, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
and we never really, well, we talked about it in our first pod on how like we wanted to start it out, but we never really like went in depth on it. But like I don't remember what we were talking about at first, but I know it was just us. And then we were saying like I don't even know. We were just talking on like, I should say I don't remember because it was so long ago, but it was when we had first come up with the idea to start a podcast. And I know for like that whole, from when we made the idea to make a podcast, from like the end of the call, we were just like so hyped about it.
I know that call was that call. Yeah, I called him and I was just like, or no, we were already on a call. We were the last two people in the call, and then we literally just started talking about
whatever
content.
we were talking
like,
about.
and we were like, we should fuck it, like let's just fucking do it.
And then I remember just like talking to him, having the idea in my head, like piecing like everything together. I was just like walking like around my room, just like thinking about it, and like, so it's like, we're talking about obviously like this, like, we would do this as kids, like, as kids. So, like, I think that's already, like, good for us. Like I was saying earlier, like, we are a good dynamic.
Yeah, definitely.
And then now it's like we have a shared dream that we're gonna accomplish together.
Correct, yeah. And it's so good to have, like, someone that's, like, on board with you in that, sense, because I feel like if you can have that, like, kind of like that person that is, like, aside you, like, also uplifting you, then I feel like it can be very like sentimental to you and also boost you to do what you want to do. And I feel like that's so important. Like, that's why I love that I was able to find a dream with him, like, the same, that we're on the same page, because that really, it helps a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about like aligning yourself with people who have the same kind of views, the same kind of, like, passion or drive.
Yeah. Because
that's only going to encourage you, and you keep each other accountable, And if you guys have that agreement, like, all right, we're going to do this together, you guys, whenever one of you guys doesn't really feel like it, then you guys remind each other, like, all right, well, this is, bro,
we started.
We got to do this. Because, I mean, that's what it takes. You need a team. You need somebody who's going to be there, like, or ride or die. There's always, like, that dynamic duo. You got Batman, Superman, you got all these. There's always a team. Like, like, they're cool by themselves, but when you get the team together, you make more stuff happen.
Yeah. And I think it's like the fact that I don't even remember, like, what we were talking about that led up to it. I only remember, like, the fact that we had already come up with it and, like, everything that happened after, which is, like, leading up to now. Like, I was literally saying, like, in the, I don't know if I was saying it on the pod, but, or no, we were eating over there. And I was telling him, like, like, what if we were never in that call? We wouldn't even be here right now. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely. Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, I'm like I've told you, Andre, like, whatever you guys want to do, I'm here. However, I can support you guys creatively, or like today, you guys got the space here, we got the equipment, whatever you guys want to do. Like I said, no, for real, like, if you ever have scripts going, because I mean, that's something that I've always wanted to work on too. Like, something I probably want to look into, like, how to write. Because recently, after watching, I don't know if you guys watched it, the Stranger Things documentary.
No, I didn't watch it.
So that thing was so inspiring to me, at least, because I mean, I'm into that kind of stuff. And it's pretty dope, because, like, you see kind of like the process of that last season, and like how it comes to fruition, like all the departments that come together just to make that happen. And, but, it all starts kind of like with the writing.
Yeah. And
I think that's pretty cool, because that's, like, pretty much the heart of those kind of projects, like whether it's like a movie or a series or whatever. So I kind of, like, do want to learn that, because I feel like I'm creative enough to come up with stuff, but to actually write it down, like a script, that's a skill that you have to kind of learn too.
So, what's it called? You being behind the scenes, I feel like should show your face a little more. Like, I feel like you being out here, it was cool. Like, you coming out here is really cool and stuff like that to be shown. Like, share those. You got to show everyone who's behind this creativity, this madness of creativity.
This is how I come up in these rare moments. Because I didn't even know I was gonna be in interview today. But I mean, that's how it's happened. Like, even with my homie too. Like I said, like he wanted to do his podcast, and then I just saw the drive in him, and I just reached out to, like, tell him how I can help him. And so he came, and then one day he just interviewed me, and then after that, like, he was like, hey, just be my co-host and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And and then, like, today too, like, I hardly, like, go in front of the camera or like to be in front of a mic or whatever, unless I'm doing music.
Do you?
But
sorry, go ahead.
No, but yeah. So, like, I mean, I appreciate you guys having me and wanting to listen to what I got to say.
Do you think this is something that you would do again, or, like, how do you feel, like, after being on here and just doing it? Like,
as a down the road, like, be a guest again, or just in general?
Or just in general, both.
Now, well, just be on the lookout. Like I have a couple projects that, you know, I'm trying to, a little secret project that I'm trying to do also.
Yeah.
So just stay connected. And I mean, I'll give you my info so you guys can promote it too.
Yeah.
And obviously I'll promote y'all on my stuff. But yeah, I mean, I like ever since I started doing the podcast with my friend, like I do want to kind of like, get my feet wet. Well, I wouldn't say get my feet wet because I'm already doing it, but but like kind of like branch off and do kind of my own thing too. Cause I feel like everybody has something to say. And then sometimes I have a lot of things that I want to, like, I want to just, you know, get off my chest and stuff. And just want to talk about. And like, it's cool coming on someone's platform, but then also there's things that you kind of just want to say and not really step on other people's toes. Like, this is your guys' thing. You know?
Of course.
There's certain things that I probably wouldn't say on here because it's like your guys' stuff. You know? But then maybe there's other topics that I want to talk about on maybe like a platform for myself. That I just want to, you know, like
be free and
put out.
No, I get that.
So that's kind of something that it's in the works. So.
Like I get what you mean, especially because like when I would film at school, I wouldn't really talk. I would talk more like deep, like especially like stuff that like that I feel that
you, like a you type of thing.
Like not really that I would be comfortable talking about with like in the atmosphere that we have, because we're more like joking and like so it's like when I film I talk about like I'll come up with like
something more serious.
And then I'll like write it down, and then you know I obviously if I want to share it, I'll record on my own thing. So
I mean, even you coming on here, you said that this is getting out of your comfort zone, but I mean you killing it. So I mean, like I feel like you flowed good, you know, you did everything good in that sense. But.
Well, it's because I mean I enjoy kind of like talking to younger people, especially when I see that, you know, they're doing their thing, like that inspires me. Because it's like, all right, there is people still out there trying to do this because they know, like art, like I said, art sometimes doesn't pay as much as we would like to, unless obviously when you're up there. But I think it's brave and it takes balls to actually choose this lane, like anything creative, because it shows that, you know, that you're serious, you know, or you know, you got the passion for something.
Right.
And I mean, I feel like I'm gonna die doing art, you know, because this is what I like doing. I like creating stuff, you know, and then I'm always just trying to see how else I can either collaborate with somebody or how I can, you know, offer my skills to like help somebody else. So that's why this kind of stuff inspires me. And like, I'm grateful that you guys have me on this. Cause like I said, I like to talk to younger people just to, you know, you can always learn stuff from anyone. And then like you guys obviously wanted to hear what I had to say.
Of course.
You know, if I'm gonna say something, if you guys want to hear it, I'm gonna say something that's gonna hopefully inspire you guys or motivate you or, you know, give you my perspective on things. Cause I've been where you guys been, maybe different situations, but you know, we relate at some level.
No, definitely. Like, especially like I like talking to older people. I like, older people in that sense, you know. Not that I'm calling you old, but I definitely do. And then going back to like, dude, like all we do is like joke on this pod, and it's just really some funny shit. But
sometimes
when you really get and sit down with someone and you talk to someone who's also in this industry, and you guys talk, it can flow, you know. I mean, I know like we had
we sometimes have
Isaiah, and we talked kind of deep in the end, but nothing like this.
We always have like in a pod, it'll mostly be funny, but then there will be like a small moment where we do get like deep, and then but yeah, like I was saying, like, you know, like you're very inspirational for me, and then like, you know, I want to like even like something like this, like obviously like I'd want to have like something like this too, and then it's just like being able to talk to somebody like who has experience that's like about stuff that like I want to do is like, you know, it's good to hear.
No, I mean, like I told Andre, like I'm here whenever you guys want. questions or whatever, like you can always reach out. I mean, I'm on Instagram too.
Yeah.
You always DM me or whatever. And we can always, just collaborate in the future. And like, I have my group of friends. Obviously, they're older than you guys. If you ever want to talk to one of them, or something, just let me know. We can get something going.
Yeah, no, I was literally talking about him. What was, I'm sorry, your friend's name that does the podcast?
Tony.
Tony, yeah. I like his energy, his persona. He's really
he's a cool dude to talk to too. I mean, you got my brother, and then we got Anton. I mean, you know him, but
of course,
you probably don't know him to that level. But everybody, like you said, everybody has a story, and then you can always learn something from them. You can always be inspired by anything, And then like my group of friends, like all of us do something creative. So you're gonna get good content off of them, or like stories.
Yeah. So, no, and you also, like he said too, like you're definitely very inspirational. And I feel like we took a lot from this. I'm gonna take a lot from this pod and definitely put it to my craft and focus on it, because
I appreciate you guys saying that.
Yeah, of course. But I think that's a wrap. But we appreciate you coming on here and obviously stepping out your comfort zone, like you said, and you had a lot to say, and I appreciate you for coming on here. Yeah. And a lot of people get nervous coming, or like the 3 other guests we've had, like they're just, they're obviously because they're our friends and stuff, but they get nervous, it's awkward, and then it's not, and then it's just like, it just flows. And then it flows as time, but with you now, the whole way. So obviously I appreciate, nothing wrong with anybody else, but, I appreciate you for coming on. And if you want to just shout out your socials real quick, and we'll link them all.
Yeah. Like below. If you guys want to follow my creative page, like it says Element G Media. You want to follow me, like my personal, and that's where I drop like my low key projects. Okay. It's Gera.dejesus, GERA.DEJESUS.
Yeah.
That's where I pretty much drop like my music stuff, or anything it's random creative stuff that I'm gonna try to do. And I'm gonna try to start posting more on that one, because like lately I just post on my other one, the Element G one, where we drop like the other projects. Yeah. But something that I did want to tell y'all though, like just keep doing what you're doing. Like you guys are doing a good job at it. Don't mind like all the negative stuff if people, try to clown you or whatever for what you guys are doing. Yeah. Cause like I said, somebody's going to listen to it. You guys are going to inspire somebody. You're going to touch somebody, and, your story or whatever you guys have gone through is going to resonate with someone. Yeah. So you guys are doing something positive, just keep going. Like even with your group of friends, like, like be the, I'm not going to say like, be an example, but also like not like not in a bad way. You guys are showing off, but more like, you want your homies to come up with y'all too, you know? Yeah. And so do this in a way where it's like it's gonna be inspiring for them, where it's gonna encourage them to also, follow what they want to do. Yeah. That's how I was always try to look at it too. Like, I'm always trying to work with my friends and do something creative, but sometimes, they might get discouraged. And so that's why I keep going, because I'm like, all right, well, maybe you're not ready for it right now, but I'm going to keep going, and you're going to see what I'm doing. And then they're going to want. And then hopefully, when you're ready, we could work on something together. But I mean, that's all I want to say. Just, keep going. You guys are doing great. And, everybody else, just follow, like, and subscribe to their channel. Help them out.
Definitely. Thank you for coming on once again. We are going to be back to posting, we've been consistently posting, but clips coming on the way. And then obviously you have the day in the life, and I'm still trying to do on that note, trying to do little contents and little videos like that, because especially I have my GoPro now. And I've been having my GoPro, I've just been fucking slacking, but but we're back to it. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, and then obviously leave us a comment of how can we improve, or any of that, anything constructive, any constructive criticism, just let us know. And, we'll see you guys in the next pod. Oh, you gotta throw your thumbs up.